Is your job safe? Right now, we are witnessing so much turmoil in so many different sectors of our economy. The housing market is crashing, the cryptocurrency industry has imploded, the tech industry is laying off workers at an extremely frightening pace, and some of our most important retailers are heading into bankruptcy. The information that I am about to share with you is deeply troubling. It has become exceedingly clear that our economy is in huge trouble, and I fully expect that our problems will accelerate even more as the year rolls along. Let me start by pointing out what's currently happening at Microsoft. Microsoft announced thousands of job cuts this week, becoming the latest tech company to pluck its workforce as the global economy slows. The software company confirmed Wednesday it's reducing its workforce by 10,000 people through the end of the third quarter of the 2023 fiscal year. The cuts come in response to macroeconomic conditions and changing customer priorities, the company's CEO Satya Nadella released in a statement to its employees Wednesday. Microsoft reported the layoffs would affect roughly 5% of its workforce, with some notifications happening as early as Wednesday. If even Microsoft is laying off thousands of workers, is any job in the private sector truly safe? Meanwhile, some of the biggest names in the retail industry are plunging into bankruptcy now that the holiday season is over. On Tuesday, it was Party City's turn. Party City filed for bankruptcy protection Tuesday, weighed down by competition and years of financial losses. The largest party goods and Halloween specialty retail chain in the United States said in a regulatory filing that it has reached an agreement with debt holders to cut its $1.7 billion debt load. Party City has for years battled competition for party goods and decorations, especially from big box chains and online retailers that sell a wider variety of merchandise. Competition is not the only factor that's led to Party City's collapse, however. The company had to contend with rising costs during the pandemic and a helium shortage, which hurt its highly crucial balloon business. Balloons are a focal point of our growth strategy and are a key driver of our differentiated brand experience, the company said in a regulatory filing. Even more alarming is the fact that it's been reported that a bankruptcy filing for Bed Bath & Beyond has become likely. Bed Bath & Beyond has been in discussions with prospective buyers and lenders as it works to keep its business afloat during a likely bankruptcy filing, according to people familiar with the matter. The retailer is in the midst of a sales process in hopes of finding a buyer that would keep the doors open for both of its major chains, its namesake banner and Bye Bye Baby, said the people who weren't authorized to discuss the matter publicly. Earlier this month, Bed Bath warned it may need to file for bankruptcy after its turnaround plans failed to substantially boost sales and repair its balance sheet. The company reported net losses that exceed $1.12 billion for the first 9 months of the fiscal year. It's blown through its liquidity in recent months, shouldered a heavy debt load, and has faced strained relationships with its suppliers. So many brick-and-mortar retailers are really struggling right now, and many of them are blaming competition from internet retailers such as Amazon. But if Amazon is doing so well, why did they start laying off approximately 18,000 workers on Wednesday? Earlier this month, Amazon CEO Andy Jassy told employees in a blog post that the company was laying off about 18,000 people as it seeks to cut costs and would begin contacting impacted employees on January 18th. Amazon has weathered uncertain and difficult economies in the past, and we will continue to do so, Jassy said in the January 4th post. These changes will help us pursue our long-term opportunities with a stronger cost structure. The layoffs, which are just a fraction of its 1.5 million global workforce and part of the company's ongoing annual operative review, will mostly impact the company's Amazon Stores division, which encompasses its e-commerce business as well as company's brick-and-mortar stores and its PXT organizations, which handle human resources and other functions. The wave of layoffs that we've been witnessing in the tech industry is truly unprecedented. Prior to this week, more than 25,000 tech industry workers had already been laid off this year, and this comes on the heels of the massive layoffs that we saw last year. According to the data tracking website, more than 101 tech companies around the world have laid off 25,436 employees so far in 2023. Most of the layoffs have taken place in the United States, accounting for 22,400 employees fired. The number of workers being laid off from tech companies is a trend that is continuing since 2022, when 154,336 workers were fired from over 1,000 tech companies around the world, according to the data. The companies with the highest number of layoffs between November 2022 and January 2023 include Meta, Amazon, and Salesforce. Last fall, Meta, Facebook's parent company, announced that it would be cutting its workforce by 11,000 positions. Similarly, Salesforce announced in early January it was cutting back its positions by 10%, and Amazon said it was cutting 18,000 jobs. Other tech companies that have also cut back on jobs include DoorDash, Blue Apron, BuzzFeed, Vimeo, Lyft, and Twitter. But at least the tech industry is in far better shape than the cryptocurrency industry is. Let me share 4 major announcements that have all happened within the past 10 days. Number 1, it's being reported that Genesis Global Capital is laying the groundwork for a bankruptcy filing. Genesis Global Capital is laying the groundwork for a bankruptcy filing as soon as this week, according to people with knowledge of the situation. The cryptocurrency lending unit of Digital Currency Group has been in confidential negotiations with various creditor groups amid a liquidity crunch. It is warned that it may need to file for bankruptcy if it fails to raise cash, Bloomberg previously reported. Number 2, Crypto.com announced it will be laying off 20% of its workforce. The company had 2,450 employees, according to PitchBook data, suggesting around 490 employees were laid off. CEO Chris Mazalik said in a blog post that the crypto exchange grew ambitiously but was unable to weather the collapse of Sam Bankman-Fried's crypto empire FTX without the further cuts. Number 3, Coinbase has decided to cut about a fifth of its workforce. On January the 10th, Coinbase announced plans to cut its workforce as it looks to preserve cash during the crypto market downturn. The exchange plans to cut 950 jobs, according to a blog post. Coinbase, which had roughly 4,700 employees as of the end of September, had already slashed 18% of its workforce in June, saying it needed to manage costs after growing too quickly during the bull market. Number 4, the founder of cryptocurrency exchange Bitslotto has actually been arrested. Apparently, he was laundering money on a scale of epic proportions. Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco said Anatoly Lekomita, 40, a Russian national, oversaw a major high-tech financial hub that catered to known crooks, including cybercriminals and drug dealers seeking to process dirty money. The cryptocurrency industry will never look the same again after all this turmoil. On top of everything else, the Saudis appear to be poised to make a major move that could literally change everything. At the yearly gathering of the World Economic Forum in Davos, the Saudi finance minister decided to drop a bombshell. Saudi Arabia is open to discussions about trade in currencies other than the US dollar, according to the kingdom's finance minister. Needless to say, this could potentially completely undermine the dominance of the petrodollar. Of course, we cannot afford to have that happen because the dominance of the dollar is one of the only things that's keeping our system afloat. At this point, just about everything is moving in the wrong direction for the U.S. economy. But most people still do not understand the bigger picture. A lot of the experts assume that we will just suffer through a temporary recession and then things will eventually return to normal. I wish that was true. Unfortunately, our entire system is starting to crack and crumble all around us, and those that are currently running things are not gonna be able to put it back together again. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. We look forward to your comments under this video.